Wow, June has been an amazing month for new watch releases, and in today's video I'm going to share with you 3 new releases that have piqued my interest, with the last one being my favorite. It's almost as if the watch gods have been listening and this brand has decided to do what we've all been asking them to do with one of my favorite models. It's become, I think, one of my goal watches. But before I do get into it, let me introduce myself. I'm Jag from Jag's Watches. This is a watch channel that does not take itself too seriously. I post 3 times a week, and so if you're into watches, consider subscribing and liking. And if you're a returning viewer, welcome back. I appreciate you. So first up, we've got one that has been talked about quite a lot online. It's the Blancpain 50 Fathoms Swatch collaboration, the Green Abyss. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room. It's a plastic watch with a disposable movement. However, it's £350. It's a way to wear the 50 Fathoms without destroying your bank account. And you'll understand why I mention that cost with that third watch in the list. Let's talk about it, because when it comes to aesthetics, this new release I think might just be my favorite one in the lineup. I have the Ocean of Storms, which is the blacked out version of this watch, but this green one with that kind of yellowy, creamy textured indices, and I just love the colors on that dark forest green. And this is the first watch in that lineup that I actually kind of like the NATO strap. I feel like you don't need to change the strap on this watch. I changed mine straight away to a black, very pliable leather strap for my black Ocean of Storms variant. But this watch I fell in love with straight away, and I was so tempted to go and pick it up, but I can't justify it. I already have one, and as I mentioned, it is a plastic watch. It is a disposable movement, but a great way to wear the 50 Fathoms, and particularly if you are a huge fan of that watch. You get all the same specs: 42mm diameter case, 14.4mm thick, 48mm lug to lug. The System 51 mechanical movement with the 90 hours power reserve. It is impressive. My one is holding up pretty well with the 91 meters of water resistance. Superluminova on the hands and the markers, and it's got that, in my opinion, quite a tastefully designed transparent case back. It's quirky, it's green, it glows, the lume looks great, and it's got an eco story. I kind of love it. If my one packs in ever, I might just go out and buy this one again. As usual, finding one of these is difficult to begin with, but no doubt there will be a higher supply of this over the weeks to come. So moving on to the second watch in the list, it's the Tudor Black Bay 54 Lagoon Blue. Now, when I first saw this watch, I wasn't sold. The color of the dial and the bezel were issues. However, I've had a bit of time to grow accustomed to this color, and I have to say, I do kind of like it now. The sparkle on the dial. The only thing I'm not sold on is that bezel. From what I've seen with the footage online, with certain people reviewing this watch on YouTube, it's almost like a mirror where you can see your reflection in the bezel. So this is going to be shiny. This isn't a quiet luxury watch. This is very much look at me, look at what watch I'm wearing. And I'm all there for that. It's a watch that you buy to add a bit of spice, a bit of color to your collection. And look, 37mm in diameter, I think is a great size. We talk about size all the time on the channel. What is the sweet spot? Let me know in the comments what your favorite diameter is. What is the sweet spot for you? It's only 11.2mm thick with the MT5 400 cost certified movement, 70 hours power reserve, 200 meters water resistance, screw down crown. It's a very much capable watch and a little flashy, so I know that this will be a very popular choice for a lot of people out there. And it's got that Jubilee bracelet as well, so you know it's going to be comfortable. Another great release from Tudor. I think this trumps all their releases in Watches and Wonders, and controversial, I think this month has been better than Watches and Wonders put together, but yeah, that's just me being a little bit over the top. $3,950, decent price point. We know Tudor usually are priced pretty well for what they offer. I think it's a solid release from Tudor. I like it a lot. Now, moving on to my favorite watch in this list. When they announced this is crazy actually. I want to tell a story before I talk about this watch. I went to Selfridges. There's a place called the Wonder Room where there's just watches everywhere. And I wanted to get hands-on with the 42mm 50 Fathoms. When I finished speaking to the person who was helping me on the desk, she said, Jag, do you want me to get in touch with you about potentially a smaller 50 Fathoms that's going to be released soon? I was like, hell yes. They've only gone and done what I've been wanting them to do for such a long time, and that is release a 38mm version of, in my opinion, the most iconic dive watch out there. It was the first dive watch to be made. I know a lot of people out there are going to say the Submariner is more iconic, and I can't really argue with that. But for me, the 50 Fathoms, there's something special about this watch. And let's go through the new releases here. There's 3 in the lineup. There's a steel, a titanium, and a red gold version. And let's go through the specs now. We've talked about the case size, it being 38mm in diameter, 12mm thick. The stainless steel, the grade 23 titanium, and the 18K red gold. The dial colors here, you've got a black or a blue sunburst with a color match date at the 4:30 on the dial. I've got to say, not many watches have the date window at 4:30. I think more brands should do this. We usually see it at the 3 or the 6 o'clock, but I really like it at the 4:30. It's something different. It's got the 120 click unidirectional sapphire bezel with a 100-hour power reserve thanks to the caliber 1150. Magnetic resistance because of the silicone hairspring, and the display case back, which I absolutely love. Now, you may be thinking, Jag, how much does this cost? And this is where it takes a sour turn, because I know I won't be able to buy this watch for a long time unless things turn around. Unless actually you guys blow this channel up. Maybe, I don't know. The steel version is between $16,000 to $19,000. The titanium version between $17,000 to $20,000, and the red gold $30,000 to $34,000. These aren't limited editions though, which is one positive. They are full production models, and while the price is eye-watering, I really feel like the proportions of this watch are perfect. And now I feel like more people will start to take notice of the 50 Fathoms, because I feel like the size is one of the main reasons why people would never consider this watch. The dials are classic, luxurious, and seriously legible. If you're into high-end dive watches, this release is major, and I'm going to keep an eye on this watch on the grey market. I'm going to be a little bit honest and say probably will not pick this up at retail unless things dramatically change for me. But this is why I said the Green Abyss at the beginning of the video is a great way to wear this watch, because they look so similar, especially with this 38mm lineup. So, June may have not been as hyped as Watches and Wonders, but these are 3 drops which I think you should all take a look at and get excited about. You've got the playful innovation with the Swatch collab, you've got the summertime perfection with that new Tudor Lagoon Blue, and serious horological muscle from Blancpain, yet again with the new 38mm lineup. Oh, I love that watch. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite out of these 3. Let me know which one you would get. If you are considering getting any of these, let me know in the comments. And you may have already checked out what's on my wrist. I'm wearing one of the Christopher Ward integrated bracelet watches, the 12 in the 40mm. This is a watch that I'm reviewing next on the channel, so make sure you come back to watch that review. I'm reviewing the 38mm and the 40mm. I'm going to give you an answer as to which I prefer with regards to the size of this watch. If you've enjoyed this breakdown, if you've enjoyed the video, please do consider liking and subscribing. It really helps to support the channel. I've been Jag from Jag's Watches. I'll see you in the next one. Peace.